Hello everyone, and here we are in EMRL for Lausitzring, Germany 5, on board with, well, for me, Prix, driving for Petrolian Racing. He's starting his qualifying lap, and then looking through the grid, we got Milo, Titu, Pablo, Harb, Sloanik and Pat. They're racing for the new team, JSK Academy. Just arrived on scene for season 4 and just come off the bat of season 3 in Circuito, Brazil, where actually on board with Spyro. He just narrowly missed out on the championship, which was heartbreaking for him, as he sets his first lap and he's going to go on provisional. Oh no, Sloanik is going to go on provisional pole for the 7-lap sprint race ahead of us here in Germany. So in the top 5 we have Sloanik, Spyro, then we have Aloxian, Milo, Pablo, and then that is closing the top 5. Then after that we have Harb, Albono, Kozil, Petrusa, Pat, Brasidas, Lingai, and then Titu, Ozzy, Kimi, Fabianski, and then Journey. Here we are coming for the second lap. Elok takes provisional pole with a 34.4 rate. That's a great lap for EMRL. I thought it was going to be probably set in the point fives, but yeah, he's got nearly a 10th gap to second, the Journey, and then Kozil after that. But yeah, Aloxian doing very well in his home race, actually. His home race here in Germany. See if he can put a good result in as we're coming in for the final laps. Who is going to take pole here in Germany? It's going to be Pablo with a 34.5. What a lap from him. Oh, and it's actually it's a tie with Spyro, so they're both setting a .45, and then after that is Aloxian, which he actually narrowly missed out with 0.03 just behind. Then we have Journey. Then we have Aloxian, Nick, Milo, Petrusa, Fabianski, Mr. Albono, Titu, Harb, Brasidas, Pat, Kimi. Oh, Pingai, I think, is actually the cheese star who raced in EMRL. And then we have Ozzy in 17th place. Here we are then for the sprint in Germany. Spyro is actually got the pole and he's off, and he's in a very nice start, and he's gone away from Pablo. He's just a little bit of a TM there, and Aloxian straight up through the pack, and he's going to go straight in. He's battling for P2, and he's going to go past Pablo, and who is that in the back? It's going to be Kozil, and then Journey just after that. But they're going side by side into the little straight, and then they're going to go through the long right-hander, and Spyro, he's already got a little bit of a margin of a gap. And then we've got Pablo, Aloxian there fighting for the just after Spyro in P2, and then Kozil, I think, might have lost a slip. And then we have Journey, Milo, and then Petrusa, Fabianski, Albono, and then Ozzy. Those are closing, I think, top 10. Moving back to the front, we have Aloxian. He's actually made a move for the lead, which I actually didn't see. And then he's made a little bit of a mistake there, and then Pablo is going to go down the inside through the long right-hander, and they're going to go 3 wide, and then they're all just following each other through into the kink, and then they're going to go in towards the end of the lap of lap 2 out of 7 with Spyro leading. They're yo-yoing here. And then Aloxian has just fell back, and then Pablo makes a mistake, and then Spyro has taken the lead of the sprint race, and the top 3 have just stayed the same. And then someone who's actually made a lot of moves is Fabianski. I'm not sure if he started in that spot, but yeah, he's doing quite well down there trying to chase for the podium positions, but he's going side by side with Journey. And then moving back to the top, we have Spyro. I think he's broken away from the slipstream of Pablo. This is going to be great for him unless he makes a mistake. But in the background, Pablo and Aloxian are battling for the second position on the podium, and they're going to go side by side. They're wall banging. It's getting very, very, very violent just behind Spyro. He is hoping to not get sucked up into that fight, but Journey has caught up to the two, and Pablo makes a massive mistake there, and then Journey's going to go through into the final spot of the podium. And oh my god, it's all jumbling up. And then I think Spyro has made a massive mistake there. And Aloxian is going to go for the lead. He's going to try the good old switchback, and he can't get it done, but he's going to go for the slipstream on the final straight. But Spyro makes another mistake, and they're going to probably go side by side through the long right-hander. But Journey up into the podium positions. Oh my god, is nearly 4 wide. And somehow no one has ended up off track. We got 2 laps left here of the Germany sprint. Where has Elox? Oh no, he's there, sorry. He's just fallen back into 4th place. But Spyro is leading the pack through the first sector 1. You do not want to be going side by side through here. You're going to lose a lot of time. But this pack is absolutely huge. It's great racing, but I don't have enough time to go to the back of the pack because the racing is so good at the top. But Fabianski is taking the lead, and then Aloxian and Spyro are going to go side by side through the penultimate corner. And Journey, he's got a nice run on Aloxian. He's going to go for the final spot on the podium. The 2 Petrolian racing drivers are just waiting in the background, waiting for something to happen. Aloxian makes a massive mistake, and he goes off into the grass, and he's going to get swallowed by the field, and he's going to end up in position 6. And then Fabianski goes off as well. This is absolute madness on the final lap, and Spyro looks like he's got it in the bag. He's going to go through the hairpin, and he's going to go towards the final sector through the penultimate corner. Is he going to get beat in the slipstream? Journey and Petrisa, what's going to happen? It's going to be Spyro who wins the sprint race here in Germany. After that, it's going to be Petrisa and Journey with a massive surprise podium there. What a sprint race. That was awesome. And then we're going to have Pat, slower. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was a great sprint race. So in position 1, we have Spyro. And then in P2, we have Petrusa, then Journey, Kozil, Fabianski. Then we have Aloxian, Pablo, Albono, Milo. Then we have Ozzy, Basilas, and then Titu, Harb, and then Cheese Tart, and then we have Nick down in P15 with Pat 16, and in P17 we have Kimi. Here we are then with 21 laps ahead of us. Spyro off to a nice start with Petrusa just behind him. They're going to go... Oh, no, they're just going to slightly... Oh, and who's that in the background? Spyro just gets a nice margin, and he's going to break away from the rest of the pack. And then there's a massive pack of destruction and terrorism here. Going to go 2 wide with Pablo and Aloxian. Then Albono off to a nice start. Then Milo, Kozil. I think that was a terrible start for Kozil there. Titu, then Cheese Guy, and then Ozzy just closing the, I think, final 10. But going back to the start, the start, whatever, Aloxian gets pushed off there by Fabianski, I think, in a little bit of a kerfuffle or whatever happened. And now Journey has gone and lost a place, and he's gone into P4. And now going back to the top 3 is Spyro. Has a nice, massive 1 second gap, and he is looking like he's going to lead this Grand Prix for rather a long time rather than a short time. Then after that, it's going to be Pablo and then Petrusa just going around the penultimate corner, and there's a massive pack just following them. And then Journey goes off in the background. That's a terrible, horrible start for him. Then we have the second Aurum GP car. It's going to be Titu, and he's running in 6th place so far, and he's following Aloxian and Fabianski. What can he do to get past these 2? He's been trying to beat his teammate all of last season, but he narrowly just missed out. He was in the championship fight in Circuito, Brazil, but he fell short. And then we have, going back to the top is Spyro. He is managing that gap very nicely, and it's not going up or down. Actually, it has gone up. It's gone up by a half of a second as Pat sets the fastest lap of the race with a 34.48. He's actually gone faster in the race than he's done in qualifying, which is absolutely insane. Spyro just extending the gap, and then we have Pablo and Petrusa. They don't quite have the slipstream yet, but I think Petrusa is going to catch up. And then after that, it's Lausitzring, Fabianski and Titu. They're all battling. It just went free wide through the hairpin, and now they're all going to go down the final home straight. Who is going to get ahead for the first corner? It's going to be Titu. He's going to lead the way into the first corner. And then they're going to even out as Lausitzring goes for that huge dive bomb there. As you can actually cut the grass there to gain more time in your lap. As everyone's going off here in Lausitzring. After that, we have Kozil, Journey, and then we also have Milo, who just came off the bat of an EMRL win. I think it was his first win. Oh, as he pushes Journey off there massively, and Journey goes for a very early pit stop. I wonder if he's going for protecting himself for the undercut, but yeah, he's gonna go into the pits. This is crazy race. Now back on Fabianski and Titu and Lausitzring. These guys have been battling it out for nearly 6 laps here. They're gonna go through the hairpin. They look like no, they're not going free wide. They're gonna go through the penultimate corner, down towards the home final straight. Fabianski, Titu, and Lausitzring, they are battling for their lives out here. Lausitzring taking the wider line to try and get up and over of the two drivers, and he's actually going to go through. It's a nice overtake, got a nice exit out of the sector 1, and then it's going to end up with Lausitzring, Titu, and Fabianski, who is in P4, 5, and 6. Yeah, it was a very chaotic start. It's starting to calm down now. I'm not sure if there's any other battles going on track. Pat and Brazzy, they're going for it, and Aussie. They're going to go down the final home straight. I think Pat has got a slipstream of Brazzy. I'm not sure if he's going to go for the move. I think he's going to back out. Yes, he is. And Kozil, he dove into the pits. He's going to come out in the hard tyres. I think he is going to stint them to... Oh, and he's been absolutely killed by, I think it was Pat. Anyways, we need to go back to the top of the pack because we have not been there for a while. Hold on. As Spyro goes into the pits and Pablo takes the lead of the race. And then we have Petrusa and Milo. Milo in P3. He hasn't boxed. Oh no, he's coming into the... Oh no, he's not. He hasn't boxed yet. He's staying out on the soft tyres. He's stinting them for quite a long time. Usually you'd be coming off the soft compound tyre on around lap 9, like the end of lap 8. So yeah, Spyro's going to come back at him though to try and get into the podium places, even though he's virtually the leader. As Pablo and Petrusa come into the pits, my guess is Spyro is going to get them, and yes, he is, but that gap has been closed massively. I wonder if Spyro made a mistake there, as Pablo is just he's eyeing him up. It's not quite a fight yet, but it could happen at any single time because the top 5 have all pitted, so this is basically a Royal Rumble to the end because these hard tyres are going to take them all to the end. So that is it. It's going to be Spyro, Petrusa, Pablo, Fabianski. These are all just going to fight till the end, but Ozzy is not involved in that as he, I think, goes into the pits. Yes, he is. Lausitzring is involved in that fight. Never mind. But Pablo and Petrusa going too wide. Oh, and he's been pushed off, and Fabianski is going to be the collector of that rubbish, and he's going to be the one that comes out unfortunate. He's going to be slowed down by the slowing car of Pablo as he goes for the overtake. Pablo goes for the switchback. They're going to go side by side, and Fabianski makes a huge mistake that is going to cost him a lot of time as Pablo just going down the final straight. Going back to the lead, Spyro has got nearly a 2-second lead as he's actually nearing to lap Nick, which is quite an achievement on lap 12. And then after that we have Petrusa just hunting them down very slowly. I don't think at this point Spyro has got the pace to win so far. if I was to put my money on it, is going to be Spyro with a near 2 second gap. Which actually, Petrucci's just closed it down by nearly half a second. Actually, never mind, it's gone up. Pablo in the final podium position. And then Fabianski chasing him for the final spot on the podium. Then we have Kozil. Titu making a huge mistake there. Then it's Aloxian running down in P7, but he's going to try and battle for P6. He makes a mistake and Milo is going to go through, and Aloxian has left the race. He has had enough. He has had enough of the battling in the midfield, so he is just going to give up and call it a day for his home race as well. That is horrible. As we're watching Milo go for the move on Titu, are they going to go side by side through the first section? They are. Titu is going to end up off the track. And it's not necessarily good to go side by side through there, as I was told, because you are going to lose a lot of time in the race, as Aloxian has left the game. He has given up. Milo is extending that gap on Titu. Could Milo be on for a possible top 5 here? It could be with, my maths is poor, I think 7 laps. Oh my god, 7 laps to go. Can he catch Kozil for that? For that top 5 finishing position with his off the bat win in EMRL. And then Spyro leading this race. His gap has gone up. It's fairly even. It's staying around 2 seconds, but it's up to Petrucci if he wants to pick up the pace and try and win the Grand Prix here in Germany. Well, Germany 5. There's loads of Germanys on this game. As Spyro is going down the main straight, which is very, very, very wide, which is very peculiar. A lot of overtakes can be done on there, on the straight, and then you just go and then overtake into the little chicane. But Spyro leading the race. Looking very good for him so far. Then we have Petrucci in second, Pablo in third. Is there any battles on track that I can maybe find? Oh yes, Cheese and Brazzy. I think Cheese is gonna get the. Never mind. We got another fight we can watch. Where is it? Yes, Pablo and Fabianski. These guys are fighting for the final spot on the podium. Fabianski's caught up to him by miles. I think he was ages back, no? Anyways, Pablo looks like he's brake checking in there, and Fabianski's gonna get the slipstream as they're weaving across the track. Fabianski's trying to throw a dummy to throw Pablo off, but Fabianski's gonna take the wider line. He's gonna try and get a slipstream down the massive wide straight. I wonder if they're gonna go side by side. He gets slightly pushed off, and Pablo makes a mistake, and Fabianski is gonna go through, and he's gonna get the final spot on the podium. Can Pablo fight back? I think they're on even-ish tyres. I think they pitted with a lap-ish difference. But Pablo, he has not given this up. This is perfectly going into the hands of Kozil, who's going to pick up the pieces and you try and go into the final spot on the podium. But Fabianski so far, he is looking like he's going to try and get this podium, leading the little pack. Pablo just throwing a little dummy in there, just maybe throw Fabianski off, but put a little bit of pressure on him. But Pablo, he's going to go slightly wide. Kozil has arrived on the scene. They're going to go too wide into the hairpin. Fabianski makes a massive mistake, and Kozil and Pablo are going to follow through. They're going to go through round the final corner and onto the home straight. Fabianski has lost the slipstream, but hopefully these two fighting might be able to help him catch up. But I think they've taken the advice and they're not going to go side by side through the first section. But Kozil's going to pick up a nice slipstream off Pablo. Pablo's slightly just going a tiny little bit wide. Going to give Kozil the option for the switchback all round the outside. But he's not going to do either. He's going to go round the outside of the hairpin. Can he do it? No, he can't. He just dips a wing in the grass. He can't get it working for him. He can't get past Pablo. This is This is extreme defending from Pablo, as Fabianski, he's still out with a slipstream. And no, I don't even know if he can catch up anymore, because these two are battling it out for the ages. As Kozil is going to go past. No, oh no, never mind. Pablo just goes off track a little bit, and then Kozil is going to go through into the final podium spot. And never mind, this is the last lap. Spyro comes home to win the first race of the season here in Germany. What a dominant race it's been from him, with a 3-second gap. And then, shit, we're going to have Petruccio, Kozil and Pablo. It's going to be a bit of a disappointment for Fabianski there, as I'm struggling to get across the thing, as I think we're all done, as Cheese and Brazzy come home, and then there's Pat, who finishes in 13th position. Then we have Harb in 14th position, and then we have Nick. I think he's been lapped 2 or 3 times, I think. But yeah, lovely dominant race from Spyro. Nearly missed his win. Yeah, it was a very, very dominant win. He kept the gap well. And yeah. So our final standings for the race, well, not final, since penalties can be given out. We have Spyro in first position. Then we have Petrusa and Kozil. These guys are going to close the podium. And then we're going to have Pablo, Fabianski, Milo, Titu, Ozzy, Albono, Journey, Cheese Tart, Brasidas, Pat, Harb, and then Nick. And then Aloxian at DNF. Yeah, lovely jubbly.